Hi, I'm Bruce Johnson, the CEO of Nicasa Behavioral Health Services. So Teen Court started really, now it's almost 25 years ago. Actually kind of surprised how that time has gone by. Nicasa was looking at how to impact our youth in a way that the court system was not. So they really wanted to base something on balanced and restorative justice, which means that the offender, so this youth that made a mistake, would help to make it right. And in doing so, there'd be true behavior change because they had to make it right with the victim. And how they made it right, could be a whole bunch of different ways. It could be writing an apology letter. It could be doing some form of community service. And what happens is you truly have behavior change. And with that, we had a lot of youth that also volunteered, and they became the jurors, they became the defense attorney, the prosecuting attorney, and the bailiffs. And for those kids, it reinforced to them, that their good behavior was actually a role model for these kids that were making mistakes. And what I loved about the program from the outset is that it also allowed those individuals that made a mistake to actually then become part of Teen Court. So they could then volunteer. Very much it reinforced the positives, and that's something that didn't happen in the courts. So Nicasa's Teen Court's important to every community because it reaches everybody in the community. So if you think about the criminal justice system and you think about, let's say, the courts or all the entities that are involved, the more individuals that we can impact at an early age and help them to change their decision-making processes for the better we are going to be as a society. So it affects businesses, so less crime, police departments, less crime, parents, and I think ultimately it helps lead these young people that have made a mistake into a place where they can actually realize their own potential. Nicasa's Teen Court has had a great impact on our communities, and the impact comes from the youth themselves. Having a youth that's struggling, and it could be from situations that are happening in the family dynamics. It could be experimentation with alcohol or substance use. It could be some kind of risky behavior. And when Nicasa is able to look at not just the symptoms of what they're seeing, but the causes of why this happened, that's where the true change comes in. So Nicasa's Teen Court can then help with resources for the families, which certainly can help. So we have instances where our Teen Court parents help them get jobs. We've helped them to pay their utility bills. We have helped them with rent, and we've worked on services for their own parenting skills. As we're helping the youth, we also help the family, and that really is the impetus for change, which then affects their school performance, and in some cases it really helps the trajectory of the entire family in their future. So huge impact on each one of the individuals that we help, each one of these youth. We very much treat each one individually, and that change is much more than just simply helping somebody to not recommit a crime. It actually is, how do we wrap services around this youth and their family to ensure that there's no reoffending. And I should mention that the recidivism rate for our Teen Court program is so much lower than what you find in branch courts or the traditional court system. So what I want everybody to know about Teen Court is you can see that I'm smiling. This is a program that I've been around for 25 years, from the time I was a police chief. The change that it makes for our youth and their families, the partnership that we have with the police departments and the sheriff's department, the fact that we have these wonderful Teen Court volunteer judges who are fabulous attorneys throughout Lake County, the difference that